Hello, and thank you for tuning in with Moments of Insight with yours truly, Dr.CLK.
Our goal here at Moments of Insight with Dr.CLK is always and continually to raise our understanding so that we might be able to better apply God's principles, God's word, God's will in our daily living. Let's talk about being holy. What does it mean to be holy, to live holy? In Daniel chapter 7, verse 18, it reads as thus: "But the holy people of the Most High shall take the kingdom, and will possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." Did you notice the first word? But the holy people of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Whenever you see "but" in a sentence, it is used to introduce a phrase or a clause contrasting with what has already been said. What are we talking about? Well, go back one verse, verse 17. Hear what it says: "These great beasts which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth." Ooh.
If you stop reading right there, you're probably gonna get scared and frustrated and discouraged and depressed. We must read on to Daniel 7 and verse 18, where it declares that the holy people of God will receive the kingdom. So just as in life, and here is the life application in this moment of insight with Dr. CLK, in spite of all that you may be going through, in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of illness and sickness and death, in the midst of the dis-ease that's in our society along ethnic lines and socioeconomic disparities, we've got to live on and be holy. The main distinction I'd like to draw your attention to is that QADOSH is a state of holiness. It's a way of living. It's an adjective that describes how God declares that we must live, that we must be in this life of ours. QEDESH in the Greek, in 2 Corinthians 6, where it calls for separation, is yes, talking about the holiness and the consecration of vessels, i.e. the elements, the vessels, the furniture in the temple, to be separated and only to be used for ceremonial purposes. There's no contradiction, because QADOSH, yes, is calling for separation of the vessel to be used to the glory of God. But don't you know that we are the temple of God, that we are the vessels of God to be used to the glory of God in God's service? QADOSH describes our state of holiness. QEDESH is the ongoing process of living in a life of holiness. We'll continue next time with Moments of Insight with Dr. CLK under the topic, 2 Ways to Tell You're Living Holy. Thank you for all the support of my first book entitled Get Out the Way: Insights into Personal and Organizational Resistance to Change.